puppy! Hi there, and welcome to another special edition of Antigua Adventures. Today, as the title of the video suggests, I want to talk to you about how I got robbed in Antigua for the first time in all the years that we've been coming here, and what I did about it and what you need to know. Antigua is a beautiful country with many beautiful people. We've been coming here for 7 years, and we've never had a problem with theft until this year. And I also want to say that theft is a problem in many other countries, not just here on the island of Antigua. We are going to continue coming back here and continue loving this island as we always have. So we were here on this beach, which is Valley Church Beach, one of our favorite beaches in Antigua. We were relaxing on the beach. I remember feeling particularly relaxed that day. We were resting, taking turns having naps, going in the water together, and I came out of the water and David was napping, and suddenly my bag was gone. Just like that, my bag was gone. And I said, "David, my bag is gone." And from that moment on, it was a bit of a nightmare, I have to say. So we had to drive quickly back to the apartment. I had to turn on my husband's phone, international calling rates, and start canceling all of my credit cards and my bank card. So this brings me to the first big mistake I had made. Because we've been coming to Antigua for so long and I think of it as my second home, I had in my bag a large amount of cash, my ID, not my passport fortunately, but my driver's license, and all of my banking cards. So that was a big mistake. It may be an obvious one for you, but definitely do not ever go to the beach unless you have the minimal amount of stuff in your bag. We weren't being completely aware at all times when we were on the beach. And again, it's because we've probably become complacent because we're so comfortable here. So a really good idea to have an eye on your bag at all times. Go in the water one at a time. And especially true, don't ever go to the beach early in the morning and leave your car with a bunch of things in it and walk to another part of the beach, or leave your things on the beach and walk to another part of the beach. A couple of weeks ago, we were on another beach, which is called Runaway, and the rear window of another rental car was smashed out before we got there, and we saw the poor people come back to their car and they had been robbed. What we saw that day and we didn't recognize was there was a fellow walking back and forth along the beach. So he was kind of a scout. He was there all day, never went in the water, wasn't here with his family, kind of looked out of place. We didn't recognize it at the time, and he was whistling and making noises into people that were here, hiding in the bushes behind your things. And when there's an opportunity and he's walking by to distract you, or you're in the water, the person in the bushes comes out and grabs your bag. So that's what happened to us. All beaches are wonderful here. There's 3 beaches where we understand there have been regular problems. Valley Church here, unfortunately, is one of them. The quiet end of Runaway Beach is another beach there have been problems, and Darkwood Beach. When there are 3 or 4 cruise ships in and it's going to be a busy day on the beaches, these thieves will go out and rent a car, drive up and down those easy beaches on the west side where they can easily grab people's things, and they will thieve from people throughout the day. We did contact the police when our things were stolen, and I hate to say this, they were not much help to us. So you can contact the police. They won't ask you many details, and don't expect them to do too much. It can be very difficult when you're on the phone with your bank to try to cancel things because they're going to be asking you a lot of questions, such as the card numbers of all of your cards, which actually when you go on your online banking, it doesn't show you all the numbers of your cards. So I suggest to you, which I did not do but will be doing, is A, you have a safe place, maybe inside your passport, where you write down the card numbers, the full card numbers to all of your credit cards. In case you need to cancel them, you can reiterate the numbers back. And also that you write down somewhere safe the phone numbers of where you need to call to cancel those cards, because We spent a lot of time fumbling around on the phone, trying to find the right phone numbers to call, and then trying to answer the skill testing questions because I did not have the full card numbers on me or memorized or anywhere in my online banking. So we were very, very fortunate, even though something bad happened to us. In my bag was a local Antigua phone and my brand new Apple 14 phone. So both of those were taken, all my cash, all my cards, as I said, and my ID. So the evening that I got robbed, first of all, came back to our apartment, very important, made all the calls to the banks. That's the first thing you need to do, is cancel all of your cards. The next thing I did was I sent a text to that Antigua phone that was not locked, asking the person who had it to please keep the money and return the rest of the items to me, because I had ID in there, I had prescription medications in there, I had things that I really wanted back in there. And we actually received a message a couple of hours after I sent that text of someone saying they had seen the bag be thrown out the window of a car and they had it, and they actually brought the bag back to our apartment, which was a miracle to me. I got my driver's license back. I got my prescription medications back. I got a number of my other items back, but not my iPhone and not any of my cards. So at that point, I realized, okay, this is a scam. There's nothing they can do with your brand new iPhone. I had already put it to be locked the minute somebody tried to turn it on, and nobody had turned it on. We began putting feelers out, and we saw an ad on a buy and sell that was offering a iPhone 14 that looked suspiciously like mine in the same case, with a suggested reward of 500 EC. So through some conversations with that person over the next day between my husband and them, and thank God for him doing this for us, we met those people literally on the street the next afternoon. They handed me back my phone and my case without any of my cards in it, so I was able to also get my iPhone back. We do realize that the people who sold us back my phone, because we paid them 300 EC or about 150 Canadian dollars to get my phone back, but that was a lot cheaper of a deal than having to buy a new phone. And also, as I'm a vlogger, I had videos on my phone that I hadn't downloaded yet. So I'm just very grateful that we were able to, in this case, get some of our things back, and I want you to know that that is a possibility. Unfortunately, if you're on a cruise ship and you're only on the island for a few hours and something like this happens to you, it is very unlikely that you will be able to get your things back. So obviously the most important thing for you or for everyone is to follow all the precautions I mentioned earlier in this video, and to not ever be complacent that things can happen to you here on the island of Antigua. So I hope you've enjoyed this special edition of Antigua Adventures. Please subscribe to the Trainer Julia channel, where you will see all of the Antigua Adventure videos, and have a great day. We got the puppy!